Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Monday the 26th of June and I'm Nigel Croft. In this short video we'll be looking at the charts of the US dollar against the Swiss franc, commonly known as the Swissy. What we'll see is that at the moment sentiment is against the US dollar. We're trading around the 20-day moving average. This will be critical for the short and medium term picture of these charts and the progression. The weekly charts, however, remain bearish. So as usual, we're starting with the daily picture, and you can see that sentiment is against the dollar. We're getting a continual pattern of lower lows in a downtrend, and just confirm there this picture of lower highs as well. What we can see is that for me the critical element is the 20-day moving average, the yellow line. You may not be able to see it very clearly. We're trading around that at the moment. Spot at the moment 0.97136 and the 20-day 0.9699. It is moving down at the moment, but it looks like it may be trying to bottom, but let's wait and see. But it is moving down. If we do move down below it, that could give a push to test the supports from the 14th of June, round about 96.42, and then the 6th of June, which is round about 96.10. I'll give you those levels towards the end of the video. If those levels are broken, you can see that there's no support left on the daily picture, and we'll be looking at the weekly for a support, but it would be again a confirmation of the downtrend. Perhaps we are seeing momentum starting to tick up slightly. The RSI trying to create an uptrend. Also, we had this picture of these bottoms on the RSI. Maybe a non-confirmation on that low that we had on the 6th of June, but it's not yet above 50. As you know, I talk about the 50 level quite a lot. That's a kind of my gauge for whether there's upside momentum or downside momentum in a particular stock, or in this case a foreign currency cross. MACD as well, arm tracking upwards in a positive fashion, but it's below zero, so again not yet fully indicative of upside momentum. Let's have a look at the weekly, and here you can see that we're at support levels which have held for a few weeks. However, we have broken the medium-term uptrend that's been in place. We're down below that trend line, and it looks like these supports can be tested. We've just had a negative bearish cross on the 20 and the 50-week moving average, which will now create significant resistance on any upside. They're presently round about the 0.99 level or just above, so watch out for those. They'll start tracking down now and will be a negative influence on the market. Here on the weekly, the RSI is still in a downtrend, indicative of negative momentum, presently 41.37, so well below 50, and the MACD also tracking down below zero and indicating a sell signal and negative momentum. Very quickly on the 4-hour chart, here potentially that you could maybe make out a reverse head and shoulder formation, but it's very elongated. Immediate downside pressure from the 24-hour moving average, which is tracking down, and the 54-hour moving average will soon roll over. Again, the key supports are the same levels that we saw on the daily. RSI trying to break its downtrend, but still below 50. MACD virtually flat lining. So let's have a look at those support resistance levels, and we've got resistance at the 24-hour average 97.19, followed by the 54-hour 97.27, with supports from the lows of 14th of June 96.41 and the 6th of June 96.14. So thanks for watching this video on the dollar against the Swiss franc. These are the key points to watch. Sentiment still against the dollar. As I mentioned, the daily, the progression of the 20 days critical. There is resistance to the upside on both the daily and the weekly does look bearish. Thanks for watching this video. Please remember, these videos are not investment recommendations, they're just my opinions and are for educational purposes. If you're not a subscriber and you've enjoyed watching this and you think that it's worthwhile and you've learnt something, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm doing videos on almost daily basis, not just on foreign currency but on commodities, equity indices and single equities as well. Thank you.